What's going on YouTube and Destiny 2 community? FrankgeppiTV back at it again. This video is going to be another must or bust for the series. This time we're going to do a little bit different. I did pick up 2 legendary engrams. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these to the Cryptarch and open them, and whatever gun that I decide out of the 2 that we get, and that's the one we're going to do for the must or bust. If you guys like this idea, let me know in the comments below, and that's just how we'll start doing them. If not, then I'll just go ahead and start picking guns randomly, and we'll do it from there. So we'll start right now. We're at the Cryptarch. Obviously we can't do that, and obviously we can't do that. So that is a big fail. Let's get it. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and pick one of the guns. We'll go ahead and do Bad News, just for the fact that it's the newest gun that I've picked up recently. So we'll go ahead and get into it right now. Bad News is a hand cannon, as you see here. It right now is at 295 power. It has great impact like most hand cannons do. The magnum size or magazine size is 8, and rounds per minute is 110. The other stats are, you know, mediocre to say the least. And then it has aggressive frame, high damage, high recoil. The sights, this increases stability and handling speed. This increases range, stability, and handling speed, or decreases stability and handling speed. I like this one just because I like the balanced stats. Flared magwell slightly increases stability, greatly increases reload speed. Or we have the steady rounds, greatly increases stability, slightly decreases range. And then for the moving target is the perk, increased movement speed and target acquisitions when moving while aiming down sight. For those who don't know, I did a gun the other day that had this. It was the submachine gun for the raid, the Mob Justice. I'll go ahead and leave that down in the link in the description below, and we'll go ahead and get it going. To me, I don't like hand cannons, but a lot of people do. The impact and the damage is good, but the fire rate, obviously, with being a hand cannon, isn't too well. So I don't like it. I like automatics. I like assault rifles and things like that. Submachine guns, just because I like the high fire rate. So we're going to go ahead and launch this. And while we're at the EDZ, we're going to go check and see what Zur has. I've been slowly picking up the exotics for my warlock, or I'm sorry, my hunter and titan, just to have them. So whenever I get that to that level, they're already ready. They have exotics at their disposal, and I'm not sure if I'm going to transfer over the guns or if I'm just going to go through the natural progress of leveling and getting the guns that way. To me, obviously, it's a lot easier to just transfer over all the 305 guns and get your character to 305. To me, that is simple, but what's the point of grinding if that's all it takes? So, with that being said, I talked a little bit about last video, but I am excited for the release of the DLC coming in the beginning of December. More strikes, which obviously doing strikes in this game really isn't beneficial. It takes, 10, 12 minutes to do a strike to get the same rewards as if you're doing a public event. So to me, strikes are kind of pointless if you're trying to grind. But to each their own. So we're going to go ahead and travel down to the coast here. People's found ways to grind for better quality. So yeah. As you see, I did a pretty decent amount of damage right there with that headshot. 327, that's with no buff. The target acquisition, to me, I don't really, I really don't need that. But some people like it, especially in PvP. So 187, not bad. Not bad at all. This is for the more precise players. Again, obviously hitting a person with 327 damage in the head is pretty good if you can hit those headshots. Some people struggle with aiming and some people can't hit those headshots. I'm not going to pick up the rocket launchers because that's not what this video is about. I know a lot of people want stat rolls for the guns. I see them coming out with them, not anytime soon, just because they constantly want to have refresh data, refresh things for people to do. So I understand why they're waiting so long to release said content. Because look how long it took them for Destiny 1 to release their stat rolls for their guns, and that's when people went berserk. They farmed, and they just want people to continue to play the game. And with them releasing everything at once, no one's going to play the game, you know, especially this time of the year where all the big name titles are coming out. Call of Duty just came out, and Star Wars Battlefront, and PUBG's coming out in December. You know what I mean? You have to give someone a reason to play the game and to come back day in and day out. So that's that. We'll go ahead and kill a couple more enemies just to show you guys. To me, there's better hand cannons out there, better devils, for example. And it seems to me this game, if it doesn't have high caliber rounds, people aren't using it. People aren't messing with the gun because at the end of the day, high caliber rounds is one of the best perks in the game for guns. And that's understandable. They want the best, and why use something that's not the best in the game? It's the meta for a reason, right? As you see, a 102 for 2 bullets in the body isn't bad. The magazine isn't as big as I would like it, but yeah, when stat rerolls come out, every gun's gonna be good. I get that, more diversity, you know. Some guns are gonna have higher fire rate, some guns are gonna have, you know, quicker reload speed just for the base stats itself, but every gun's gonna have that option to have high caliber rounds and stuff like that, which is good until people find exploits and stuff like that. So we're gonna go to Xur now, because at the end of the day, people are going to try to find things to make them slightly better than the next person. Whether it be an exploit, whether it be this or that, they're going to find a way. It's hard to actually balance everything in a game, to be honest with you guys. So I think I pretty much have all the exotics for my my warlock itself. I got the helmet the other day. I don't need this. This is the, see, I don't have the graviton lance. I feel like the game itself, I'm lagging. Okay. But I feel like the game itself is giving everyone everything, because for the last 2-3 weeks, every exotic I got hasn't been a duplicate. Every exotic that Xur has sold hasn't been a duplicate, and I have majority of the exotics in the game. So it's and I don't know. I feel like they're taking the grinding getting up every day and grinding for that said specific weapon or armor or this and that. They're taking that away, and they're making the old school players, the day one Destiny players, not want to play the game because they're getting on and they're used to grinding back in Destiny 1. And now they get on and it's like you get everything within the first 2 months. So I understand where players are coming from. We're not going to go ahead and wait to load in and waste more time in the video. I'm not going to stretch it out to 10 minutes or anything. But for that gun itself, we're going to go ahead and bust it down for the shards. And we're going to go ahead and make another video sometime this weekend. I'm going to try to have out a video each day this weekend to keep the content flowing. And maybe a video or two on Monday or Tuesday to get the videos out there, get the content out there, so you guys have something to watch. And I keep the content going for you guys. If you guys want to see again anything that I haven't made or want me to elaborate on something that I already made, let me know in the comments below. This is FrankgeppiTV signing out. Peace.